Hi guys, back with another read aloud today. So today's book we are going to read If You Take a Mouse to School. So we all know there's if you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a moose a muffin. Well, today we're going to read If You Take a Mouse to School. This is by Laura Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bond. So as I'm reading, we're going to do what we call predicting. Now predicting is when we make a guess based off of what we know about what's going to happen next. Okay, we're going to predict what's going to happen next in this story. So we're going to make a guess. Now, when you have a prediction, when you make a prediction, is it okay to be wrong? Yes, it is okay to be wrong when you are making a prediction. That's why it's a prediction. It's a guess. It's a guess based off of the information you already know. So, we're going to make guesses, and it's okay if your guess is wrong. No need to change it. Okay, ready? Let's begin. If You Take a Mouse to School by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you take a mouse to school. If You Take a Mouse to School by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. First off, I want you to predict. What do you think the first thing he's going to ask for is? You have your prediction? Okay, let's go. If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask for your lunchbox. Did anybody predict lunchbox? If you didn't, it's okay. If you did, great job. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich. And a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. When you get to school, he'll put things in your locker and take a look around. Find the mouse. Where's the mouse at? Found him right there. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. He'll even try a science experiment. Then he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom. Once he's nice and clean. So, what do you think is going to happen next? Once he's nice and clean, we have a comma right there. Comma is a nice breather, so we're going to take a stop. And I want you to predict what's going to happen next. Once he's nice and clean, what do you think is going to happen? Do you have your prediction? Okay, let's find out. Once he's nice and clean, he'll be ready for his lunch. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. He'll build a little mouse house. Were you correct? Did you guess that he was going to go to lunch after he was nice and clean? Remember, it's okay if you were not correct. It was just a prediction. It was just a guess. And make some furniture out of clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own. So he'll need a lot of paper. He'll probably use up all your pencils. When he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. title of his book is Good Night, Mouse. Then he'll want to take it home. So he'll put it in your lunchbox and tuck it in a safe place. When the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets. And do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want a snack. So he'll ask you for your... Ooh, what do you think he's going to ask him for? What's he going to ask him for? Do you have your prediction? Okay, let's see if you're right. So he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And chances are what's your predict? Why do you think the mouse looks a little concerned right now? Why is he looking concerned? Why is he crying here at the bottom? What are those chances? Chances are what? You have your prediction? You have your guess? Okay, let's find out. If he asks you for your lunchbox, you'll have to take him. Back to school. So why did they have to go back to school there at the end? It wasn't school time, so why'd they have to go back? That's right, they had to go back because the mouse, he put his book in the lunchbox and then hid his lunchbox in the safe place, and then they left the lunchbox at school. That happens to me all the time. I don't know if that happens to you. Happens to me all the time. So, now that we've read, now that we predicted, I want you to think, what would happen if you took a mouse to school? Do you think maybe you could write me a little story about if you took a mouse to school? That'd be great if you did. I'd love to see your stories about if you take a mouse to school. Okay? Why don't you go try to be authors? But also, don't forget, take 3 hours.